I would love to report stories from my home country that did make me want to throw open my mouth a lot, but it never fails to disappoint the fucking legislation that these assholes keep putting forward. We're going to start here. Canada to standardize key gender diversity terms to advance representation goals for businesses and non-profits. Ugh. The Standards Council of Canada, the SCC, is seeking a consultant to officially standardize the definition of words on topic of gender and diversity. Okay, I know it was a little bit more nuanced, the fall of Rome, but as soon as they started delving into the realm of gender and polyamory, that's when shit started to hit the fan and a bunch of other stuff as well. But who does this service? This services like half a percentage point of people who normally, when you ask them if they're going to go through all the fucking trouble of actually transitioning or whatever, they would rather be called and referred to by the gender that they are transferring into. Like, you got a woman who's turned into a man. They want to be referred to a man if they're going to fucking flip their vag inside out, or I don't know how that growing a dick procedure works. Don't they take a finger or something? I don't know. I don't care, because it's never going to be part of my life, God willing. But no, the overwhelming amount of people who go through the actual transition, not the fucking allies out there or all of the smooth-brained retards who think that they're advocating for the right decision on Twitter, or every moron for an outlet, which we're gonna get to at the end, because mostly I just find that fucking hilarious. But yeah, we gotta go through the shit first. The request for a proposal, the RFP, was posted by the SCC earlier this week in support of the the Government of Canada's 50-30 Challenge. Huh? Okay, I've probably heard the SCC before. I've never heard of the RFP and the 50-30 Challenge. What the fuck is this shit? I pay for this stuff? Ugh. Which strives to increase corporate by increasing representation on boards. Why don't they ever want representation in trash collection, in bricklaying? Oh, that's right. They actually don't want equality. They just want preferential treatment. My mistake. The 50-30 Challenge asks that organizations aspire to two goals: lose money and close up shop. Oh, I'm sorry. Gender parity. On Canadian boards and senior management. How about at every level? Right, we just answered that. Significant representation, 30% on Canadian boards and senior management of other underrepresented groups, including radicalized persons. No! People living with disabilities. Well, hopefully the office suite isn't on the top floor, including invisible and episodic disabilities. So you want a whole bunch of fucking narcoleptics on your board meeting? That'd be terrific. That'd be a lot of fun. And members of the whatever the alphabet looks like this week community. Well, you could figure out if there are any on your current board of directors if you just go ahead and affix fists to the seats of some of the chairs that are out there, but they'll align themselves appropriately. The program and participants recognize that First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples are founding peoples. Oh my god. Listen, we beat them fair and square. Suck a dick, Louis Riel. Are underrepresented in positions of economic influence and leadership. But you know where they aren't underrepresented? In the liquor store. I'm a quarter native, by the way. I can make these jokes. Before gender parity and diversity goals can be achieved, key terms must be standardized and officially defined. Oh, do they? It's not like you guys care about definitions. You just keep fucking making them as malleable as humanly possible so they can always fit your definition of whatever the fuck you're trying to push. Or, as the RFP explained, this document represents an invitation to bidders, oh, that sounds derogatory, to submit their proposals to the Standard Council of Canada to provide standardization expertise. Word salad. Collaborate with a team of experts. What denotes an expert in this field? Try to quantify that one. Lead the facilitation of stakeholder consultations, oh give us your money, and technical writing for the development of key terms and definitions, documents, and topic of gender and diversity. Yuck. You know what, I'd be on board if they were calling for diversity of thoughts and opinions, but that's not what they want. They just want to go around the table and go cock, cunt, brown, yellow, black, or whatever, sprinkle in a few green and attack helicopters. While the RFP does not include the key term which must be defined, it implies that organizations signing on to the 50-30 challenge, who would willingly sign on to this, will have to accept the government's yet undecided definitions of gender, LGBTQ2, and episodic disability. The consultation will provide opportunities to check in with Canadian organizations familiar with gender and diversity in their application in the workplace, with the ultimate goal of building consensus amongst stakeholders in the terms and definitions of the 50-30 challenge and their application. The government notes that they're not obligated to accept the lowest bidder, so Rebel new staffers will not be applying at a cost of will not be applying at a cost of, 1 cent for the lulz. I think I have to go get a cancer screening after reading that. But of course, Justin Trudeau will probably take this up and make it mandatory in public business because he cannot fucking keep his hands off of shit. And if it were up to him, he would be doing something that the Scottish Parliament has already done. Well, to be fair, we already have human rights tribunals up here, which Jordan Peterson made very famous with his Bill C-16 opposition. And, Mike Ward, a comedian up here who made fun of some retarded kid in the crowd and had to pay several thousands of dollars in damages for telling a joke. He's a comedian at a comedy club. And you have to walk on eggshells in this fucking socialist utopia. Coming soon. We're not quite there yet. Not quite. But here's what the Scots are looking at doing. Scottish Parliament advances controversial hate crime bill. Oh, Justin Trudeau and the rest of the libs are just fucking sitting there stroking their 1-inch wonder while they're seeing their wives plowed. Members of the Scottish Parliament agreed to pass stage 1 of the controversial hate crime bill during a debate on Tuesday. The bill will now move forward to stage 2 as members of the Scottish Parliament backed it, by 91 votes to 29. Fucking William Wallace is spinning in his grave. Scottish government has committed to amending the legislation to clarify what is classified as abusive behavior and hate speech, as also to protect free speech. Censorship is freedom, right? And what defines hate speech? Whatever we don't like. Opposition MPs, predominantly from the Scottish Conservative Party, unfortunately, they're only 29 members strong, have warned against the proposed changes, stating the bill still goes too far in trampling upon free speech rights of the Scottish citizens. Think the Scots care? Nah. Concluding the debate, Cabinet Secretary for Justice, a nice Scottish lad, Huzma Yousaf, stated, I know that there are genuine concerns that aspect of the bill could have what is described by many people as a chilling effect on freedom of speech. But let me tell you, you are just a bigot, so suck that tranny cock. We should also bear in mind, as I am sure that we do, the chilling effect of hate crime. No, I don't. I think you start adding hate crime onto anything that involves one of your nebulous terminologies, and then justice no longer becomes just. Ask any gay person, lesbian, bisexual, person with a disability, black or Asian, who has been racially abused, any Muslim, Jew, Sikh, Christian, Catholic, or anybody who's been a victim of a hate crime about the chilling effect. What? Why don't we ever look in the other direction? Like how the LGBT whatever cabal just fucking runs shop and leads to mass deplatforming for people who just even question any of the fucking interchangeable letters that are on there. Or how about Muslims? How about the Quran and the Hadiths that say death to all Jews? Can Jews retroactively seek restitution from the Germans? Sikhs are prosperous, and I don't even know if that's hateful to say, saying that all Sikhs are successful, and Christians and Catholics, they just get their fucking ass kicked every single day whenever they speak up and talk about their religion. So no, these aren't going to be equally applied. Why would you even bother bringing it up there, Hummer or Humzum? Yousaf, who belongs to the ruling Scottish National Party. That is, that is a political party nobody aspires to be a part of. And I'm not just saying this because they put that forward. They are seriously only about Scottish liberation from the United Kingdom, and they really don't have any other ideas past that. Added that the Scottish government will take into consideration any amendment that opposition parties, stating that he would have an open mind about the proposals. Obviously not. 29 people vehemently opposed this, but I'll have an open mind. I'll look at your suggestions and allow them to go in one ear and out the other. The Scottish government is expected to list amendments to the bill that would strengthen freedom of speech provisions. How? Unless you're using 1984 definitions, such as ensuring the term abusive is objective. And also removing a section of the bill which deals with the possession of inflammatory media such as hateful memes and dark humor. So they'd consider getting rid of that section even though it's still in there. Okay. You will have no fun and you will like it. Look forward to not having any of your comedy clubs open again. Member of Scottish Parliament Liam Kerr, Shadow Cabinet Secretary of Justice for the Conservatives, probably had a based approach on this, warned that the amendments to the bill would not be enough to remove the threat to free speech. Yet don't say, Liam. It is currently drafted. This bill could criminalize what other people may deem to be offensive or disrespectful. There is no way any politician with a belief in our fundamental right to freedom of speech could support this shoddy and dangerous law. Exactly. That dude, hey, like I prefaced that. He added, as we said before in the parliamentary debate, mere tinkerings are not enough, and the Scottish National Party needs to understand that the bill is fundamentally flawed and not fit for purpose. Such threats to freedom of speech cannot become law. Yeah, but when you're outnumbered nearly 3-1, it's probably just going to happen right in front of your eyes, and you're not going to do and you won't be able to do anything about it, to be completely honest. And that's why I'm so fearful about Bill C-19, which I will not stop banging the drum about, that wants to expand the voting capabilities of a federal election that will probably be coming by the end of the spring. That will create a hypermajority for the Liberal Party of Canada, and we will be experiencing many hate laws like this, purporting to legislate from a place of compassion, because it is 2021 after all. But speaking of banning rules, we gotta end on a funny note, because here's a term most of the audience is probably not going to be familiar with. It's something I find kind of hilarious. You guys may or may not have heard of the streaming platform Twitch. It is supposed to be a platform that caters to gamers who stream their gameplay for their audience, interact with their chat, and not all around just have a good time. You're allowed to donate to those people through different means. All in all, it was designed to capitalize on the big gaming movement that was happening on YouTube, and hey, to just go on and do a long form version of that. But Twitch was co-opted a few years ago by what can only be compassionately referred to as titty streamers. Yes, you heard that correctly. Titty streamers. Girls who have no real discernible talent and will just sit in front of a webcam and opine about nonsense with their tits very, very prominently displayed, and sit back and collect money from these disheveled individuals who think that by spending money, giving gifts from Amazon wish lists, they'll be able to attract the attention of these average to above average looking women, because to be completely honest, most of them are just, I don't know, 4s, 5s, 6s. I'm not being disrespectful. I'm just stating the facts. No, it's just these sad guys who are just thirsty for attention from people who are generally vapid. Like, for fuck's sakes, take those hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars to a strip club where at least somebody's gonna touch your cock. Not to some fucking Starbucks cast-off who just might flash a nipple every once in a while. And we refer to those motherfuckers as simps. S-I-M-P, simp. A hilarious piece of terminology that has popped up somewhere on... I've seen it become very popular at the beginning of the year, and yeah, it refers to those type of sad individuals. And you know what? Because Twitch is, well, pretty much revolves around titty streamers and simping, they shot themselves in the foot by getting rid of the term simp. Yes, it's going to become a piece of illegal terminology on a private network. And you know what? You have all of those fucking breadliners out there that think, oh, my private technology, oh, my private firms are allowed to do whatever they want. Just like how the 50-30 fucking project in Canada is a voluntary project in the private sector right now. Yeah, you start banning shit on your private platforms, and then it becomes hate speech, like how the Scottish National Party is deciding that they're just going to go ahead and outlaw anything that might be bad to my minority groups. Yeah, so something as innocuous as simp, and if you get fucking upset at that, and I know it's been used a whole bunch to, you know, anybody who wants to stick up for somebody, oh, you're just simping for them, but when it's used at its most base terminology, nothing is funnier. Anyways, Twitch will no longer allow streamers and commentators to go around calling one another simps. The term, a recent favorite in the Twitch community and apt description that nominally refers to men who seem desperate for a woman's attention, especially the ones on there, yuck, will be banned when used as an insult under Twitch's upcoming revamp of its harassment policy. I seem to recall not that long ago a certain platform that also updated their terms of service, rather their harassment policy that would not allow you to talk about certain things. We'll see. Incel and virgin will also be banned as insults too. Incel, involuntary celibate, just guys that can't get fucked, whatever. And virgin, okay, so if you're talking about certain types of olive oil, hey, I'm going down to the Beep record store, are you just going to go ahead and outright ban that? Because their sophisticated AI is probably just going to take any sort of reference to that and fucking yeet motherfuckers right off of there. Will be banned as insults too. Twitch COO, of course a fucking woman's in charge. No offense, but YouTube went very drastically downhill after Susan Wojcicki took over. So to see this happen underneath a woman's watch at Twitch is par for the course. Par for the course. Sarah Clemens said during a live-streamed town hall this afternoon, the new policy, first spotted by esports consultant Rod Breslew, will go into effect on January 22nd. Oh, just after everybody can get out of the way is simping for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. How cute. It also includes stricter rules around sexual harassment and seems to give Twitch more leeway to ban stream. No, they won't. And commentators who make offensive comments. Yep, this is the future. You used to think that the internet was going to be this bastion of free speech and the only place that you could go on for real online discourse. Nah, it's just kind of devolved into trolling. It's devolved into ideological echo chambers, and one side of the party gets to play and the other side just has to sit back and take it. So call motherfuckers simps as long as you humanly can, because there's nothing more satisfying than seeing somebody freak out over that, because 9 times out of 10, that's an accurate description. But yeah, I guess that's the censorship portion of the day. Don't normally get to talk about it, but when it comes up, I like to make you guys aware of it, because I hate it. I hate it oh so very much, because the only way you get rid of dumb speech is by counteracting it with free speech. But I'll get off my soapbox on this one. We'll talk about something hopefully a little bit lighter. I'm not too sure. Anyways, guys, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo and want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.